Ladies and gentlemen, it is your boy. We are back at it again. How are you guys? Welcome back to another edition, but it is not the Rico Report. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Thiology 101 with my guy, you know who, the ThighDoctor himself. He'll be joining us in just a moment. Appreciate the love, you guys showing up. It's time to get busy. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let me bring on my guy, the one that you guys all been waiting for, but you know he's got to get that intro in. Watch out. I like that you give it you do a little bit of speed in that. I wonder one of these days I'm gonna feel myself one day. I'm gonna getting that ThighDoctor in there. What up, B? What's happening, bro?
Good. You?
I'm doing excellent. It's Wednesday. It's Thiology. What are you kidding me? I'm fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Thiology 101 with my guy, this man right here, the ThighDoctor. I always get my pointers right. This guy right here, ready to break down what we need to know, the injuries, the big things that are happening around the league, especially the ones that are happening with the Buffalo Bills. Folks, before I get into it, let me get my ThighDoctor, you know what I mean? Let the people know what's happening. What's good with you, brother? Talk to me.
I'm good. 3-0. Oh, hit something on the computer. 3-0, feeling good.
Are we
in town?
Oh, mom's in town. Where's she visiting from?
Think you're slowing down a little bit there.
Is it me or is it you? One will never know. It could be me.
You were spinning a little bit.
How am I now? We're good? We on this I mean, it says my connection is right, so it might be on your side. My bars are up. My bars are up 100. So we'll try to figure your thing out.
I think it's slow motion.
It might be you though. I don't think it's me. It might be you. But it's all good. We're
really?
Good, Mom. I see you. I got you. You're good. You're straight. You said mom is visiting. Where's mom visiting from?
From Buffalo.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, because you're right.
Yeah, I'm downstate. So we get the Jewish holidays. So the kids were off for 2 days. So she comes down, hangs out with the kid, so I can get a little work in.
I know mom usually when they come through, I mean, they always kind of like cook you a meal. You know what I mean? My little ThighDoctor always loves when mommy cooks this meal. What's the meal? Did she cook for you yet?
She does cook. She's a good cook. She's Italian. No, she cooks when we visit her. We don't have all her stuff here, so she usually orders us out dinner. But she's a good mom.
Of course she is.
Yeah.
She raised the ThighDoctor. What do you mean? Of course she's a good mom.
Yeah.
I love how you guys say mom. She's a good mom.
Yeah.
I love Americans. Mom, you guys use it with there's like a slight A in there, a mom. She's a good mom. Yeah. Maybe it's an Italian thing. I don't know.
She's real good. She breastfed me till 3.
Nice. Almost 48 months. I love that. Well, folks, let's get right into the goods. I think we're pretty happy that we're 3-0. I got a question for you though. The 3-0 that we are sitting at right now, the Eagles are sitting at 3-0. The Chargers are sitting at 3-0. I'm going around the league and I hear people talking about, oh, well, the Bills are they're number 2 on the pecking order. I mean, it doesn't matter. We're all 3-0. Are we the best 3-0 team of how we looked, or are the Chargers the best 3-0 team? Even the Bucks. I think the Bucks are 3-0 as well.
Who did the Chargers beat? KC?
Yep. First game, the one they just played just now. Who did they just
Broncos?
Beat? Yeah, tough matchup, and I think it was the Raiders.
Yeah, I don't know.
They play the Raiders.
I'd say we're the best 3-0 team, just because we got the rock star under center. But we do have some question marks, especially on defense. So we'll see if that's championship caliber. However, the injury guy's here to let you know the reinforcements will be coming. Guys coming off suspension, guys coming off the IR, and injured players coming back. So if they could shore that side of the ball up, we can be pretty unbeatable. Knock on wood.
Well, I'll tell you this. There was something that I saw today that was somewhat concerning, and I'm gonna get right into the nitty gritty. All right, Max Hairston, the rookie first round draft pick, Max Hairston. We were told that, you know what I mean, he's gonna be on the injured reserve. He's gonna have 4 weeks off. No surgery though. There was no surgery had for Mr. Max Hairston, but there was video today of Max Hairston. I'm going to try to get the video so you can kind of, you're very good at, and I love your analysis. You're very good at kind of pinpointing. All right, do you see how much he lifted his leg there? Do you see how he's jogging there? So I kind of want to show the clip to everyone.
He wasn't doing much, but go ahead. You can pull it up.
Yeah, I'm going to pull it up because I think it's necessary for folks to see, because I think you would be able to give me a better idea of what I'm looking at and what I should be looking at and what the actual injury was to begin with almost like a reminder of what the injury is. Well, so talk to me. What do we see here?
Okay, so he is hopping on one leg. That's a warm-up drill.
Okay.
Looks fine. Looks okay. Jogging at best 50%. Rico, I'm going to tell you the truth. They're not.
Talk to me.
He's not doing anything. He's out there in a bulky brace. The brace is normal. He had a lateral ligament sprain, the LCL. So that's the lateral one.
Okay.
It's different than the MCL. The MCLs heal quick because they have good blood supply. The LCLs do not. So they take quite a bit of time. 4 to 6 weeks is like the minimum. And, you know, he's at 8 weeks now. So he had to have had a grade 2. That means a part of it like ripped, but it can scar down and heal up and be okay. He'll be 10 weeks when he can come off the IR. And that's a long time for healing. So getting on the field at this point, doing sideline drills, he's just starting to get his feet underneath him. I'm sure he's been in the weight room, lifting weights, getting all that stuff ready and getting his therapy. But now he's starting to transition that to the field. So we're not seeing anything here. There's no running. There's no cutting. This is a jog. These are like general warm-up drills you would see guys do before practice. So I think he did a little ladder. He did a little ladder drill too, but that's about it.
So based on this drill here, nothing to see here, folks. Pretty much is what you're saying. I guess what the question I'm asking is there anything in that video that tells you he's ginger, but it's just a jog? It's just a trot, if you will. So nothing to really kind of see unless he does a little bit more physical, like lateral movements, back pedal. We need to see those type of things.
Correct. He looks fine for what he's doing. Normal would be the word I've been using. Looks normal for where he's at.
Okay. Yeah. So then let me jump right into this. So he looks normal. Thank you. Like, at this point, shouldn't he be almost ready to go? Or am I tripping?
All right. So there's layers to this. I mean, it very well could have been a pretty significant grade 2 sprain, which means like he's injured, but it doesn't rise to surgery, but it was very close to needing surgery, like Rashee Rice when he blew out his LCL. With that said, 8 weeks starting to get on the field, it's not unheard of. I think the team had the benefit of taking their time with him. Now, say he was a veteran and this is playoff time. I mean, he might have been doing these drills 2 weeks ago, maybe even 3, and then plugging that brace on and getting him out there. But he's a rookie and he's a skill position player, a cornerback. It's very hard. It's not like this is a lineman, you know what I mean, that you're just worried about people collapsing on you. He's got to change direction. He's got to react. So he's got to put a lot of pressure on. He has to use his collateral ligaments a lot. So it's best to take your time and let him fully heal. Now, again, he's a rookie. We know how McDermott is with the rookies. Absolutely. He wants to slow play him in. So why not put him on the IR, take him, let him get really healed, get him a lot of class work time, and then start easing him back in. I don't see why he wouldn't get activated off the IR after this game. I feel like this is to get him some field drills to get him ready so he could be on the practice field next week. Now it's unlimited. They can open up that window whenever they want. And once they do, I'd probably expect him to take the whole 21-day window since he hasn't really practiced since the end of July. And again, he's a rookie. But moral of the story, it's all normal. He had a significant sprain, and he's just getting back into it. Now,
I'll
why
be
did
real.
McDermott say why? So I think that's where we're
Yes.
beating around the bush here.
Thank you.
Why would
Get to it,
McDermott
baby. I
say,
want it.
he says if he does come back? Like, what the heck was that? I don't know. I don't think that was a first of all, McDermott says stuff like this all the time now. He kind of like keeps people kind of off the scent. It's very odd he would say that and it be a physical problem when he just he went on the field for the first time right after the press conference. So I think he more so alluded because of the mental aspect of the game, and he is, what does he do? He never like commits to anything anymore
He
when he talks
doesn't.
about injuries.
Non-committal.
He's like, he might come back, he might not. So I guess he's right no matter what happens to him.
Yeah,
But
McDermott's playing coy. I don't like
he
when he
is.
does that. Just be real. Just, hey man, he's ready to go. It's just gonna take some time. Even if you just said that, it's gonna take some time. I know he's been on IR. I mean, you saw him in his brace and so on and so forth. Give him some time, guys. You know how it is. Mentally, you got to get over it and all that stuff. We might see him if we even see him at all. What you mean? You draft this guy. I want to see him on the field.
Yeah, and the brace is normal, just so everybody knows. Like, it looks like a big brace because he's a small guy, but those are the same braces guys wear for linemen. They're collateral ligament braces, so they have stability on the sides. Usually, a non-op case, I mean, up to 3 months after the injury, and he's at about 8 weeks, so he might have to rock that for a month. And with that said, I can't imagine many cornerbacks wanting to run out there with a brace on. So they might want to get him healthy enough where he doesn't have to wear a brace when he actually starts playing, which would be after the 21-day window if he gets activated next week.
That should be
by that
interesting.
time, he'd be off the brace. That'd be 3 months post injury.
I don't know about you, but any type of brace that I see on a player, I don't like it. I don't like it. I mean, if he came on and was doing that very jog, but no brace, or maybe just like a little bandage around the knee, I'm like a sleeve. I'm okay with that. But that big old brace tells me he ain't ready yet. He ain't ready yet. Unless this is all a ploy to just throw people off, like you said, they're sent. I think if that's the case, knock it off. Just either put a sleeve on or don't put a sleeve on. Don't get our hopes up or our hopes down, because when McDermott says stuff like that, you're like, what? Because he said the same thing about Milano in the same verbiage, and we lost Milano. So it's like, what are we doing here? So something to monitor, I'm sure.
Yeah, exactly. So he was like, he might practice tomorrow, and it might be long term. Practice tomorrow is season ending. I don't know yet. Also, go back to the whole Benford and Trey White thing, and when they got hurt in practice, and they got groin injuries, and he's calling it lower leg like it's an ankle. I don't know. Maybe we've been doing a little too good of digging around here that they seem to try to like take their competitive advantages to an extreme, and they're like not being super non-committal nowadays.
Well, I know McDermott does monitor. He does monitor Twitter and he does monitor X, and he's always seeing your stuff and you sniffing around. So he's like, "I'm sick of this ThighDoctor guy, so I'm gonna throw him off his scent." So now it's annoying you. I can tell that you're irritated. McDermott's onto you, so I see it and I like it. I kind of like it. It makes you dig harder.
If you want to get the word out, if he can do a public thigh dance during a game, I will close my account. I'll come back as the glute doctor and only
the glute doctor. Watch out!
Only
I don't want to give you any ideas.
Only do dance videos. Yeah,
the glute doctor. All right, so Max, we probably won't see him for a little bit. So, but it's encouraging to see that we see him jogging around, and we hope to see that getting him on the field. We'll see how that plays out. Let's jump into one that is very intriguing to me, and that is one of your favorite players, Spencer Brown. Spencer Brown shows up with back issues weeks earlier, right? He had back issues in camp. He had the cramping week 1 that was documented by yourself. Thank you for that, by the way. And talk to me more about this Spencer Brown right tackle that we have that continues to just all of a sudden he's on the list, but then plays. He's on the list again. Like, what's up with that? Talk to me. Is this something to be concerned about, or is this just we're just being diligent and just showing that he's on the list and he's got an issue and we'll deal with it when it comes time? But tell me more about Spencer Brown, and is this a bigger concern?
It's listed as a calf. He went on one. All right. Let's bring it back from the start. Camp starts. He can't start. He goes a couple weeks. He's got a back injury. Don't forget he had the back surgery 3 years ago. Those kind of back surgeries, eventually other areas start to wear out because they took the disc out that was damaged. So then you start getting compressed discs or another herniated disc at another level or the same level. Depends, like, whatever happens. So now he comes 3 years later, and he had been on the report before for his back between the surgery and this year. So he gets to camp, and now his back's out. So he doesn't practice for the first 2 weeks of camp. Then he gets to week 1. Is he really healthy? I don't know. He's getting cramps at the end of the Ravens game. It could have been just regular cramps. It could have been back spasms. I don't know. No one specified. All I know is that sometimes when you get a pinched nerve in your back, you can get sciatica, and it can go down your leg, and you can get a lot of cramping in your calf. Is the team trying to be coy on not calling it a back, but now calling it a calf because the calf kind of hurts? I don't know. That's what I do. I just try to dig and come up with some devil's advocate theories here. But it's not. This isn't like some bizarro thing. This stuff happens. So don't think I'm just like blowing smoke here.
Right.
So he had the cramping, and you know what? Don't want to say it on air, but had a couple rumors that he's still getting treatment on his back. Okay, so that's kind of why I'm trying to sniff this out. So he gets the cramping week 1. Who's at my door? All right, gets the cramping week 1. Then we get up to. Bear with me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's all good. I'll read up. Oh, you're looking at your monitor. If you need to go check the door, go ahead and check the door.
Yeah, I am.
Go ahead and check the door if you need to.
1 second. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead, do your thing. So as he checks his door, I'll actually bring up ThighDoc's tweet here. Let me just remove him from the screen here. He did bring something up earlier when he was talking about Mr. Spencer Brown himself. He's questioning if it's a sciatica. I don't know how that all plays out, but he had the back issues, obviously. Then he's missing 6 days, right? Getting the rest, but played 100% of the snaps last week. So, like, is it just a rest thing? I just need a rest, man. I'm a big guy. I'm 6'8". I weigh over 300 pounds. So sometimes I might have to take a little rest. So if I have to kind of scribble something on the injury report, say my calf hurts, just so I can have some rest, cool. Give him a vet, get him vet rest. I don't know, but it seems to be something that might be something to pay attention to. I know that ThighDoc was bringing that up last time. Of pay attention to what's going on. Was that McDermott at your door? Because he's on to you.
Worse. I gotta run into the basement and fix the fuse box. Can you give me 1 minute?
Yeah. Do your thing.
Sorry.
So
never happened before.
As he's being Mr. Mechanic over here, or being a home inspector type dude, he's gonna go do his thing. But here we are. ThighDoc is mentioning. He's mentioned this before. He's mentioning it again, and something to monitor. But if he played 100% of the snaps last time, I ain't stressing it. As long as he shows up as limited on the injury report, that's all that matters to me. Because usually, if you're limited, that means there's a great chance that you'll be able to step on the field, and I don't got to worry about anything at all. So he's our right tackle. We need a guy like that. We need him to stick around, and we need him to protect our freaking asset in Josh Allen. Right, that right tackle. I mean, you saw the right tackle for the Detroit Lions. You saw how they absolutely handled the defensive front of the Baltimore Ravens. And it started off with Penei Sewell. Penei Sewell was an absolute dog. This guy's anchor is deep. This guy, when he anchors in, you ain't moving him off his base. And you saw countless times that he was able to march this guys off the line and push them away. So listen, we kind of have that. I'm not saying those two are the same, but we have a great asset in Spencer Brown on that right side. So we want all the guys. The reason we have had success with this offense is because we've had our O-line intact. And I'd like to keep it that way, right? Everyone has been healthy. Knock on wood. Let's keep it that way. Obviously, you're going to get banged up. It's the NFL. That's what happens. Guys get rolled up on. You know what I mean? If you got to take a shot to kind of get yourself correct, let's do it. But if ThighDoc doesn't seem concerned, then I'm not saying he's the team doctor, so I'm not gonna put all the stock in him. But if he's looking at it like, he played last week, maybe it's just a little calf issue, just give him a little rest. he should be okay. So just give me this thumbs up when you're ready to go, Thigh, and we'll get right to it. So that's what it comes down to. So what I was just touching on is Spencer Brown being able to play all week with these minor injuries. It shouldn't be anything to really be concerned about, but something to monitor. Pretty much is what I'm getting from you.
Yeah, so monitor it. I'm fearing it's coming from the back. Now, so he went on One Bills Live. He missed practice today, which is, there's a level to that because the game was 6 days ago. It's not like the game was Sunday and he's still resting.
Facts.
So 6 days ago and he's still out. That makes me think it's trends like they're going to give him the week off. But then he goes on One Bills Live and he's like, yeah, I felt something weird on the first drive, but I was able to get through it and I should be good. So take it for what it's worth. Now, if someone strains their calf, they're not like just getting through the game, okay? Because it's going to hurt and you can't push off it. So that's why it's still sniffing around like something's up.
All right.
But just be on the lookout. I'm not trying to fear the masses, but he's a warrior though. He's going to push through it. But I know I've always kind of ridden him a little bit because he's got a real lengthy injury history. And it was, they gave him that second contract. And I'm happy for him, but I'm always kind of like, I feel like the wheels are going to fall off here any moment.
All right, bet. So Spencer Brown, calf / back, maybe not the back, maybe they're tied. Yeah. Who knows? Well, a little bit more time. We'll see what the designation for him the rest of the week goes until game time. All right, let's jump into our defensive tackle, Ed Oliver, Mr. Edward Oliver. What say you on Ed Oliver? And before you jump in there, for those that have forgotten about our guy Ed is dealing right now with that, I guess that ankle injury, whether it's a foot or ankle, lower leg. We'll use what McDermott said, lower leg. So talk to me about what the deal is with Ed Oliver. Is there a possibility that we get him back for the game against the Saints, or do they say, you know what, it's the Saints, we're just fine, Zion Log has been killing it, I think you just chill out and take another week? Or could we see him playing this week?
Yeah, no, he's not going to play this week. He just got out of the boot as far as we know, he got out of the boot on Thursday, the day of the game. So he was in a boot for a week. He got stepped on in practice. I like the conspiracy that he got hurt on his horse at home, but that's a whole nother story. Seems that, this is a good one. I'll show you this too in a second. But come on, let's be real though. He goes out for practice. He goes up and does a press conference. He's walking fine. No one says anything. And the next day he shows up in a boot. McDermott's mum on it for 24 hours. And then on Friday, he's like, oh yeah, he got stepped on practice on Wednesday. I don't know. I just think it's a little shady, but
it's Mr. Conspiracy Theory over here.
Yeah. I've been into UFOs for the past few years too. So anyways, so now he's in a boot. He's out in a week. So when you go in a boot, your ankle can get stiff. I'm going to work under the assumption he had some type of high ankle sprain. So that's a multi-week injury that I can see happening if someone stepped on the outside of your ankle and had it cave inward. So with that said, as this is like the best I can do to show his gait pattern, so you can see it's the left ankle that's injured. Okay, so look to the picture on the left. Can you see how the heel is about 1 inch off the ground? You can see how you can get your hand underneath his heel?
Right in there.
And he's stepping with a shorter stride and he's striking his other foot right now. So now you go to the other picture. And now he's stepping his injured legs in front and his right heel's able to stay down and it's a longer stride. So when you watched him walk and he looked like something's up with his gait, it just doesn't look like he's walking normal. I quoted this on the video of him walking. If you want to go to Acosta's thing, see how he's kind of got that weird like little step and you're like, what's making that happen? Well, what's making it happen is he's taking a short stride when his affected leg's on the ground and it's a little stiff and his heel's popping up. You get some PT for a week or two, a young guy like this, it's going to heal up well, but you can't play with it like that. That means it probably hurts too. So whenever you hit the end of that range, it gives you a little bite. So he won't be himself until that cleans up a little bit. Again, he just got out of the boot. So High ankle sprains, they take about 3 to 5 weeks. I think it would be 3.5 weeks when you get to the. Tell me if I'm wrong, but when you get to the Patriots game, that's about a 3.5 weeks of recovery. And you'd think they would put him on the IR if he wasn't coming back for that game because he's already missed 3, assuming he misses the Saints game. And that's why I got high odds we see him next week against New England, but not this week.
I gotta say, the way I was looking at the still shots, and in my mind, I was like, "Yo, I think we're just nitpicking at pictures, still shots." But then I forgot. I'm talking to the thigh doc. The thigh doc made sure that he got the right still shot to show and prove what he's trying to display there. And there was a bit of a hitch in his step when he's walking, not a lot of weight, right? He's kind of moving the weight to the other foot. So I see where you're coming off with that. So let's assume we won't see him for another couple weeks. No. I think that's what I'll assume.
Let's assume we're going to see him next week against New England with the iced out jerseys. That's what I'm expecting.
I see what you're doing. Okay.
If he misses that game, he should have just been on the IR. He would have missed 4 weeks. And
facts. Okay.
Knowing the team, knowing like the recovery period for a high ankle, he's going to be out of the boot for a week and a half coming this Sunday. He'll be out for 2.5 weeks come the next game, and he'll have 3.5 weeks of recovery, which is about as early as you want to throw a high ankle sprain in there. And he very well, we didn't see the injury, could have just had a medial ankle sprain, which is like close to a high ankle, but not as severe. And then he's more than well recovered in 3.5 weeks.
My man Walter says he's just going to assume that rap is the one that injured him. And you know what? It's a safe assumption. Very safe assumption. Question is with Larry Owen Hoyt. Could be Solomon, or maybe they put someone on the D line for IR. So that's Koala Bear asking questions here about Larry, Ogunjobi, and Michael Hoyt. How, when they do come back, what ends up happening? Who gets released? Who gets dispersed? Who gets iced? Who knows what's going to take place? And that's going to be a tough decision, because that was already a tough decision to begin with when they did go on IR.
Yeah, but Carter getting hurt really made it a lot easier
for sure.
Get Larry in. And you're right, we'll have to lose a spot somewhere. Who's a fringe guy that they might be able to just?
It might be Solomon. Unfortunately, and I like Solomon, but it might be Solomon.
Yeah, he doesn't really fit. My thoughts on Solomon. He's like a poor man's Von Miller. He's not the archetype that they like, but he provides some juice as a pass rusher. I don't think the team wants him out there on rundowns, but he's a good special teams player.
Yeah.
So he's that compact. He's almost like a linebacker. He'd really be good in a 3-4 system as a stand-up outside linebacker. Kind of gives that like Joey Porter body type deal. Like shorter D end and stockier.
I need someone to kind of give me a reminder. We drafted he was an undrafted player out of Oklahoma, defensive end, was a sack artist at Oklahoma, but when he came to Buffalo, he just did not pan out. He was a smaller DE. I really thought he was going to do big things, but it just never panned out. I can't remember his name. If you guys can remind me who that is, this is kind of giving me this Solomon situation. Productive collegiately, but when it comes to the game, not quite there. Now, much bigger than the Oklahoma player, but I just can't remember what his name is. But either way, if you guys know who he is and remember his name, let me know. I got Koala that asked a great question, by the way. If Max is going to play press man coverage, which is, that's why we brought him here, does he need to know the defense fully? Of course, he's going to. He'll probably be put in a limited package or role. I brought this up because, because of the type of corner he is, press, you got to dig. Playing the cornerback position is tough to begin with. But when you have an LCL, you need to be fully 100%. You can't come in going, I could probably give it a go. Is that one of those injuries that you can give it a go, or you need to be fully healthy with an LCL injury?
You should be pretty healthy. You don't want to. Well, you see what happened. All right. Again, so MCL is like you get back way quicker than an LCL. Okay. But remember how they talked about Rasul Douglas trying to fight through an MCL 2 weeks later, and he wasn't right. Facts. So it's not going to work really well. But like I'm saying, the team is giving him a long time to recover.
Yeah,
he's going to have 3 months of recovery before they put him in a game, and that should be enough. Okay,
good enough for me.
Yeah,
good enough for me. Give him all the time I want. All right, we got 2 more players that I'm going to tackle both at the same time, and that is Mr. Milano and Mr. Epanessa, both dealing with pectoral injuries. One did not practice, and that is Mr. Milano, and the other obviously was in a situation where, you know what I mean, I'm limited. So limitation, I'm basing it off of you. Whenever a player is limited, I mean, they'll probably be good to go and play in the game. But you have Milano not practicing yet again. Should we be concerned, good sir? Because I saw the way he fell. He fell forward and jammed his arm to try to brace his fall. That definitely must have done something to his pec. How bad is that injury?
That's when the injury happened. Can you just close that door? Sorry. It's a pec strain. It's not a big enough tear to need surgery. So the last time these guys had pec strains, he came back in 2 weeks, and Bernard came back in 2 weeks as well. I think the average like non-op is like 4 weeks, but you know, some guys have been coming back in 17 days is like the new norm, like between 2 and 3 weeks. But Milano's got history, soft tissue history. He's older now. He's 5 years older from the last time he had a pec. It is the other arm, which does bode well. But can I see this as at least a 3-week injury? Yeah. Again, you know, you can use, without them putting him on the IR, you can kind of like narrow down what you're working with. So it's like obviously a low grade strain of the pec, probably closer to a 2, which is why he's going to sit out for a couple weeks, but not too severe. So won't be back this week. I don't think he's going to come back next week, because I think he's going to need an extra week rest. I would look for him to come back around the Falcons game, and him to be a high risk, injury prone player.
Oh boy.
And good luck.
Here we go. I mean, we anticipated this. I mean, it was almost
did. It's nothing new.
It's nothing new. New. We know that he's prone for these type of things, and call it unlucky, call it prone. It doesn't matter. This is why they said, hey, this is your last year with the team, regardless of how this is going to play out. We just know you're not a guy that we can count on 100% going through. Now, if you can give us a full season, great. He's already not fulfilled that part. So we get it. So now we just got to get used to having Dorian Williams on the field alongside Terrell Bernard, and a little bit of maybe Joe Andreessen. Actually, you know what? My man Thompson came in. Shaq Thompson came in and had a solid day. So I'm okay with those 3 boys getting out there and getting busy. So we'll see how that all plays out. He's still a big time player, in my opinion, Shaq Thompson. So if he gets on the field, I'm not sitting here going, Balin Spector, what's AJ Klein doing on the field? I don't have to worry about that. If Shaq Thompson's out there, I have a guy that understands the game, has had great accolades, and I ain't got no bones about it. And he's a player. He can play. So I'm big on that. So I like that. So Milano, heal up. When you're ready to get back to it, get back to it. And if you get hurt again, we're used to that too. So it is what it is. It is what it is at this point. It is what it is.
You know,
all right.
Speaking of him, I still think he struggles with lateral movement. And I think that's why the Ravens game, he got exposed. But when they do get him in a position where he can just use his instincts and go downhill, I mean, he looks like an all-pro. So he's like a Jekyll and Hyde player right now. Obviously a high injury risk. But it's almost like he should be playing middle linebacker, like a Ray Lewis late in his career. Because if he could just let him diagnose and attack, I mean, you saw what he did in the Jets game there early in the game. He had a couple of nice plays. But then when you put him out there and you got a young guy who can juke him and he's chasing someone, it doesn't look pretty. And that's more because of his knee injury. I don't think it ever got that right. Better than it was last year, but I keep going back. Everyone's like, he looked great in camp. He looked great in camp. I saw him do a one-on-one drill with James Cook, and I know James Cook is a very good player now.
Yeah.
But he got shook so bad. And then he started to shake his knee out. And I was like, oh,
it's not good.
No, it's not. It's not. Yeah.
It's not good. I mean, listen,
my thoughts on him.
It's a tough position to play with all these athletes that are in this game now. You're getting a little older. You've already dealt with a lot of injuries, knee injuries. So the mind will play tricks on you. Maybe you thought you were there until you get shaken out of your boots again. And you're like, maybe I'm not. So we'll see. Maybe this is the last year he plays. He pulls a who was it that played with us? Plus doesn't played some other places, but I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I don't want to get into any further than that. We'll see how it goes out. So Epanessa limited. We could probably see him get out there this week.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know where that came from. I know he got dinged up in the game, but he didn't come out. So
I got you.
They're calling it a peck. I mean, must have been like the lowest of low grade ones. I know they don't do much on Wednesdays, but you would think if it was tracking that he was a legit tear, then he'd be out. So that's good.
You would absolutely think. By the way, my man Walt says the good thing is the team is used to being without Milano. You have to keep in mind at this point, Bernard started more games with Dorian than Milano, so the chemistry is with Dorian Williams. And I listen, let me keep it real, man. Before Milano came back last year, Dorian Williams had over 100 tackles, so he's not a slouch. Dorian Williams can play. Just get him warmed up and get him into it, and we'll be all right, man. We'll be all right. We got to be better on defense, third down defense more specifically. Yeah. All right. Anything else? Because I know that you have Saturdays. That is when you put out your pieces. So this is your moment to let the people know. Talk to us. What's going on this Saturday? Talk to us. Let us go.
Saturday morning, ThighDoctor.com. Get your injury report. We break them all down on there. So if you get a nice refresher, know what to expect. Kind of the videos of how they got hurt are all connected to the player. Read it up, leave a comment, share it, and then tell your buddies at the next party. You'll sound super smart.
I love it. Anything you want to drop on us that you observed? Because I know time is crunching right now. So anything that you observed that in that last game Thursday night that you're like, ooh, I like that. I kind of want to get your touch on it. I didn't want it just to be about injuries, but I do want to get your football take on what you thought of the game and then this game coming up against the Saints.
Yeah, I think the Dolphins were so injured in the secondary that they're on their like 5th and 6th corner, backup safety outside of Minka. And I think they just like dropped everything back. And then the whole middle of the field was open. I think that's why like Allen just like went with that easy, quick get the ball out of his hands, game plan. They just weren't letting him take any shots. And the run game was working. So, Cook is really good. That's my takeaway. I mean, he is phenomenal, and I'm glad they paid him. Because he's like, I mean, if we were playing Madden, he should be an X factor at this point.
Wow, look at you dropping Madden facts over here. Okay, all right, coolio. All right, listen. One last one for me. I just need your thoughts on this. Your thoughts on Jackson Dart getting the start. Brian Dable saying bye to Russell Wilson. I feel bad for Russell Wilson, but them's are the breaks. So your thoughts, Jackson Dart's getting the start over Russell Wilson. Did Russell Wilson get yanked too soon? We're not even week 4 yet.
I mean, he's going to get yanked anyway, so might as well do it now. I think if Jackson Dart looks good, it'll save Dable's job. But I think they're reacting because they're 0-3 and the season's going to the tank, and they got to see what the kid has. He had some spark in the preseason. I thought he looked good. He definitely had some moments, but I'm sure he'll go out and have his rookie moments out there. But hopefully, he doesn't get buried and stunt his growth. But if he looks like garbage, Dable's going to be out of there. And
I don't know. I think Dable's something tells me Dable's going to be out of there regardless. Him and Sean. Yeah. Both of y'all got to go. I mean, this is your show, and it hasn't gone well, so y'all both got to go.
Sometimes, like the young, good quarterback will keep you another year, but like the Patriots just cut bait with Mayo. I mean, May looked like he had some talent, and they were just like, nah, bring someone else in. But they probably wanted to bring what's his name in there the whole time.
Yeah, they never wanted Mayo. Mayo was just brought in as just like, we'll give you an opportunity, and if it looks good, then they're like, nah, we're done. Ain't nobody respecting you. You're out of here.
Yeah,
exactly. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's my guy, the Thigh Doc. We appreciate you. Everybody, every Wednesday, tune in. It's going to be myself or Z-Bot that will be hosting these shows just to get the latest update on the Bills. It'll be a sad day when we have a clean sheet and no one's injured. What are we going to talk about? You know what I'm saying? Maybe we'll just
do the
try to figure something out. Excellent. Well, listen, thank you for your time, bro. We'll talk again and we'll keep in touch. Don't forget, Saturday, look out, ThighDoctor.com. Did I get it right?
Yeah.
ThighDoctor.com. Everything's going to be coming out, injury updates. And we'll be ready for Sunday's game against the freaking Saints. All right, brother. Have a good one, boss.
All right, go Bills. Take it easy, Rico.
Yes, sir. Go Bills. All right, folks. I don't mind the updates that we got. I know some folks were kind of like, every time he comes on, he gives us bad news. I mean, his job is to figure out what he sees, break it down, and let us know what's going on. I actually was appreciative of him showing us Ed Oliver, because I thought, okay, it seems too soon for Ed Oliver to be back. However, I mean, if he's walking without a boot, that's usually a good sign. And when I saw that brother walking, ain't no way you're getting the 3-point shots and 3-point stance and getting extremely explosive and being disruptive as you were in the first game. So if it takes time for him to get healed up, great. Let's keep it a buck here, folks. We're only a couple weeks away, we'll say 3, from getting our guys back, right? Larry O and Michael Hoyt. And Michael Hoyt is extremely ready to be back, versatile as ever, inside, outside, wherever you want to place him. I think that's going to give us a lot of juice on this defensive line. Larry Ogunjobi, I'm not going to sit here and go, and we get Larry back. Larry didn't have a good stint with the Pittsburgh Steelers last year. It wasn't very good, right? This is not the Larry Ogunjobi that played for the Bengals that was like, yo, that's a stud. Now, granted, maybe just didn't work out for him in the system with the Pittsburgh Steelers last year. Maybe this is the right system for him. So he's going to have fresh legs alongside Michael Hoyt. So it'll be nice to get those boys ready, and we don't have to really rush anybody back. So if Ed Oliver has to stay off a couple more weeks, then so be it, baby, because Zion Log has come in and done extremely well. Extremely well. Better than our second-round draft pick. I mean, I'm not trying to get out there, you know what I mean? But he was splashing a lot more. I was seeing a lot more than 93 than I was of 98. I'm just saying. So something to really kind of pay attention to and go from there. Let's talk about the stuff around the league before I let you guys go, because I was looking at the games around the league and what stood out to me, and I brought up Russell Wilson getting the hook and sat down on the bench next to Jameis Winston, like 2 veteran guys that have started before. One's a 3rd-round draft pick, one's a 1st-round draft pick, and they're sitting on the bench right now. Rough. That's rough, bro. That's rough. I was like, who would have thought that was the case? But here we are. So I hope your fantasy team is doing well. We're gonna get into fantasy in just a little bit, but the Seahawks going to next week are going to be playing the Cardinals. We're going to get into that afterwards. They're playing this Thursday. But Bills kind of cleaning up the Dolphins. I love that. We set these boys back at 0-3. You love to see that. Bills being 3-0, but 2-0 in the conference, and being 3-0 in the conference and 2-0 in the division. You love to see that. So I'm excited to see what takes place as these Bills continue to stack their dubs. You guys already know how I feel. I think we can really go on a little run here, a really long run. Packers getting upset by the freaking Browns. Let me tell you something. That Browns defense, they just need a quarterback, a competent, younger quarterback. Joe Flacco is just not the answer. But if they think he's the answer, how much of a question mark do they have in Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders and who did they bring in? Huntley? Like, what a mess they have over there. What an absolute mess in Cleveland. Fix that problem. Fix that quarterback issue, man. You guys have a good team, man, that can really compete in the North. Neither here nor there. Colts absolutely lambaste the Titans. I don't know what to make of the Titans. I really don't know what to make of the Titans. They made such a big deal about Cam Ward being the dude and this, that, and the third. Yeah, all right. Like, he just looks okay to me. I get it. He's a rookie. He's only 3 games in, so there's going to be a lot of a learning curve to go through. But, like, just what I've seen, it's just been, all right, cool. It's been okay. Like, throwing that pick 6, you can't throw that pick 6, bro. That's absolutely disgusting. But Daniel Jones and these Colts being 3-0 right now, shoot. All right, I see you. Jonathan Taylor, it looks like old Jonathan Taylor. You'll love to see it. Bengals. Bro, what a mess. Bro, Joe Burrow, you got to stay healthy. I know some people are saying, man, at one point, we got to start talking about Joe Burrow we have to have this conversation about Joe Burrow not being healthy. He's just injury prone. Yes, he is. Like, fam, like, I don't know what to say about the Bengals. The Bengals do not look good with Browning. It's not good. So do what you need to do over there. if you really want to compete, maybe go get Kirk Cousins. Ask for Kirk Cousins to come through. Maybe go and say, hey, Browns, what are you doing with Shedeur? I'll take him off your hands. I don't know. Figure something out. My gosh, man. Yikes. The Browns. The freaking Browns. Anyway, I see the Bengals. The Bengals Browns is almost the same thing. Vikings defense is gonna be nasty. I think they're playing away this week overseas somewhere. So the Vikings, Flores got these boys playing, man. 48-10 shellacking. Yikes. Steelers, I don't know. Steelers just look whatever, and we play the Steelers this year, so we'll see how we'll handle them. But Patriots, we'll take care of the Patriots as well, so we'll be able to handle those two boys, and that should be all right. Rams and Eagles, what a game that was. How the heck the Rams allow the Eagles to come back and win the game. Not only just win the game, but how they won the game by blocking the kick and taking it back to the house, and that's how you won? Off a special teams last-minute field goal? That's crazy. Rams, you had that. You were on your way to being 3-0. And you let the Eagles take over. They looked anemic for the first 3 quarters. And then Jalen Hurts. And then you saw, I mean, I ain't got to tell you, A.J. Brown woke those boys up, and that's the way they came through. The Jets find ways to lose. Another block kick taken back to the house for a touchdown. Unfreaking real. And then Baker Mayfield wills his team back. Yo, the Bucs are a real deal, bro. The Bucs are a real deal. They got a good defensive coach in Todd Bowles. They got Emeka Egbuka. That boy is nice. I don't know how, bro, he's nice. And Egbuka's the real deal. I don't know Ohio State receivers. I was like, I ain't sure. Boy, nice. He could play. Am I right? Did I get that right? Is he Ohio State? That boy is nice. He's going to be the number 1 receiver. What a succession plan they have. Once my man is done, big time number 1 receiver in the Buccaneers. So once he's out of here, that's it, man. Man's is taking over. Egbuka's going to be the number 1 receiver with Baker. That's going to be a nice little pairing. Raiders are the Raiders, man. The Raiders are going to Raiders. I mean, that's what they're going to do. Commanders came in. Marcus Mariota, you know what I'm saying, found life, and Buddy was doing all right for himself. Marcus Mariota was doing all right for himself. I don't know what he thought he had. This brother tried to jump and hurdle. Anyway, I wouldn't call it a hurdle, but he tried to jump and skip. And they said, give me that rock, man. Oh, who do you think you are? You think you back in Oregon? Boy, please, man, just stay on the ground. Stay on the ground and do what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see how that all shakes out with these with them Raider boys. But the Commanders, they take that 2-1 record, and then now we're gonna wait for you know what I'm saying, their young phenom quarterback to come back in Jane Daniels. So we'll see how that plays out. How the Panthers skunked the Falcons, I can't understand it. I don't understand it. And it's not like Bryce Young went off. He didn't go off. 120 yards passing, no touchdowns, it was just them dominating the I don't get it. How do you lose 30-0? In today's age of football, there's no way you lose 30-0. You can't. 18 for 36, 172 yards. Yo, Michael Penix being drafted in the first 10 picks, and you're giving me this? Bruh, 2 picks? Nah, bro. Yeah, you can't do that, bro. You can't do that. You can't. That's unbelievable. Anyway, that's what happens. Like, there's some bad teams out here. There's some bad teams, and that's what you're gonna get. Texans, Jaguars. You know what I'm saying? AFC South matchup. What the heck is going on with the Texans? More specifically, what's going on with their quarterback? What is happening, people? Talk to me. The Texans don't look good, man. They don't look good, and CJ Stroud is just not. He doesn't look at all the same quarterback as he once was year 1 as a rookie. And you had Nico Collins and you had Stephon Diggs last year. And like you thought, okay, you're going to do something. No. And it's not looking any better this time. Oh my gosh, man. Yo, I'm just saying, if I'm a Texas fan, I'm kind of like, yo, what's going on, fam? What's going on? So we got to whoop that tail when the Bills face the Texans. So that's what I'm saying. I feel like we got an opportunity to really get going. Anyways, Cardinals, 49ers, what a boring ass game that was. I was not interested in that. The Bears look pretty damn good, but the Cowboys look terrible. So which is it? Which do we side with? Do we side with the Bears looking good, or are the Cowboys that bad defensively? Because that was horrific. And then the Chiefs take down the Giants, but it's Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson just looked like dog crap. It is what it is, man. What are you going to do? Tyquan Thornton, if you didn't pick him up in fantasy, go ahead and pick up that boy Tyquan Thornton, man. That he's becoming Pat's little buddy. He's becoming Pat's little buddy. And last but not least, the Lions absolutely take care of the Ravens 38-30. Yet again, Derrick Henry fumbles the football. Yet again, the Ravens don't know how to, close out a team. Yet again, you have Lamar Jackson holding onto the football, not throwing the football away, trying to do one of these. Bro, the league is onto you. They know you well enough. You got to change it up a little bit. We can't all be like Josh Allen. We can't all be like Josh Allen. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Anyway, my boy Kurt is what up, Kurt? Much love from Adriana and I. Have a great night, Rico. Listen, Kurt, I didn't see that message till right now, brother. Have a great week. And listen, don't forget. Listen, I'm gonna hold you to it. When you know what I mean, the baby comes through. If it's a girl, we can make that name Rico a little, you know what I'm saying? We can make it unisex in a way. You know what I'm saying? We named you after a good man that we met out in Canada, Uncle Rico. Go ahead and name your child that way, man. But let me get to some comments and some chatter, and we'll get into it, man. So what do we got here? If you guys have any comments, drop it in here. My man, Jeff King. What up, Jeff? Jeff comes in and says, hey, love Milano. People scoffed at me when we drafted, and I said his frame was too small. Guess what? I was right. But thank you, Mr. Milano. I mean, he did put some weight on, though. I mean, if you look at him, he's bulked up. He's solid. So I don't know if it was a matter of, at the time, probably, but he did bulk up a little bit, enough for us to say, all right, he all right. But I mean, listen, this is the NFL, man. It's a tough game. It's a physical game. These are the things that are going to happen. So I totally get it. My man Jeff King also came in and said, hey, man, listen, we are 17-point favorites in this game. Damn, I didn't know it was 17. 17 points favorites? If you're a betting man, I don't know if I like that one. I don't know if I like that 17 bet favorite. I mean, if it's 17 points, listen, I'll take it. If we win by 17 and plus, I like it. That means we had a fantastic day. 17-point favorites is high. But so my man Jeff King is saying, sit Josh. Let that brother play for a little bit, because I have him on fantasy team, so I need him to do some things for me. Sit Josh, sit Cook, sit Bosa's ass for this game. Let Mitch, Ray, and the rest of the boys get some play time, because this can be a good game for them. It's true, they could be. I mean, it still could be a good game. Let Josh do what he needs to do. You know what I mean? Put up 3 touchdowns, maybe a rushing touchdowns, and then, call it a day, and then let him sit down. My fantasy team does what they need to do, and then the rest of it, we take care of it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how we deal with these boys this weekend against the Saints. I hope it's not one of those games. You know what I'm about to say. I hope it's not one of those games where we decide to sit. You know what I'm talking about? Play to their level, right? We're about to face a team that just has no business being on the same field as us, but we can't treat it that way. And there's no excuse to say, oh, we're away. We're in New Orleans. No, we're home. We're hosting these boys. Defend the dirt. Don't let Alvin Kamara go off. Don't make mistakes. And we should handle this team accordingly. So I don't want to hear nothing about that. So we'll see how that all shakes out. My man Curtis says, yo, Rico, we taking over the league this year, man. Farewell season is going to be a fairy tale looking back for decades. Defense needs to kick into gear, and I very much believe that this defense will. Defense better step up. They better step up. They need to step up. That third down. I mean it, man. That third down defense, it's unacceptable. We can't have that anymore. We got to tighten up. McDermott is very good for allowing some nonsense to happen. Bend but don't break. But the next game he tightens up. But we're tightening up against Titans. We're tightening up against the Saints. So, I mean, how excited are we to be playing the Saints? But we're also supposed to take care of the Saints like the good team that we are. So, no mercy. Handle business and keep it rolling. That's the way I look at it. Handle business and keep it rolling. I don't want to hear nothing else. All right. Before I get out of here, let me get to my sleeper picks for this Thursday. If you guys are unfamiliar with who we partnered up with, we partnered up with Sleeper. If you have not downloaded the app, go ahead and download that app. Jump in on it. Let me change my banner real quick, and let's get to it. Because if you haven't, jump in there. Sleeper app is the #1 app that's out there in order to get your fantasy takes in, get your picks in. Not only that, my favorite thing about the Sleeper app is the live updates. The live updates of the players, conversations being had about the players, and the statistics. Everything is right there for the taking. If you're not playing fantasy on the Sleeper app, where are you playing? Where are you playing? So that being said, jump on there. We are happy to be partnered up with these guys. So you get $100 deposit, and we'll match it up to $100 using the BF code BF25. BF25. So go ahead and jump all over that. And it's one of those situations where if you're able to jump on there. So let me show you my picks real quick before I get out of here, folks. And let me share my screen real quick, and we can get right into it. Here we go. Why is the wife calling me right now while I'm live doing my thing? Why is she doing that? It's not the time, girl. It ain't the time. All right, let me share my screen with y'all real quick, and let's get it cracking. So what are we looking at here, folks? Well, a Thursday night game. You see it. Kyler Murray. I got a free pick him, so I'm going to take that every day, every chance I get. Marvin Harrison Jr., if you guys believe in Marvin Harrison Jr., go ahead and believe in him, but I do not until he breaks out, which I can't see it happening because Seattle's defense is pretty damn good. So I'm going to take the less, 46.5 yards. I think they're going to lock that brother up. And obviously them losing Connor, that doesn't help. So who knows what kind of matchup they're going to have. Are they going to lean more on Harrison, or are they not? I'm taking less. I don't think he's going to be able to do it. I think he's going to be in his head, and he's going to try too hard, and it's not going to happen. Kenneth Walker, anytime touchdown. Heck yeah. Sign me up for that. I'll take that. And last but not least, Sam Darnold, 150 plus yards. Yes. Give me that. Give me more. I think he's going to light these guys up for 250. I think 250 is apropos as to what is going to take place with these boys. So if you guys haven't downloaded the app, go ahead and download that app. I don't know what you guys are waiting for. Jump all over it, and we will go from there. So that being said, that is my time, folks. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I didn't want to get too into it. I mean, we're going an hour into it. This was supposed to be just a half-hour show, but you know how that goes. Sometimes we get to talking, we get to answering questions, and we go from there. My man said the Saints are tanking. They don't want to win. Yeah, but who are they tanking for? The real question is, if you're going to tank, okay, tank. But who are you tanking for? Arch Manning? Have we now? We get it now, right? We're not doing that, right? Okay, so it ain't Arch Manning. We're not tanking for Arch Manning unless he comes back miraculously and starts playing. You know what I'm saying? Starts playing real good ball. I don't know. I don't think anybody's tanking for no Arch Manning. I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there. You know what I'm saying? But that being said, folks, my man said, "Yo, I thought Shaw said he was a top 5. Could you imagine? I'm going to put myself in top 5 because I feel like I'm top 5. I get it. You got to toot your horn a little bit. Bop, bop. But nah, bro. You're not. I don't even think you're a top 10 quarterback right now. Actually, I know you're not a top 10 quarterback right now. That's wild, man. I mean, yo, I like CJ Stroud. I want him to get his act together. But he ain't anywhere close. And by the way, Rattler is absolutely not the guy. Are you kidding me? He had 3 touchdown passes, 2 weeks ago? So I think Saints fans thought maybe we got something. They don't. They don't. And then they drafted Tyler Shook in the 4th. I think they drafted him in the 4th round. What the heck is he going to do? Listen, I can't hate on that because you know what? Somebody said the same thing about Tom Brady. We drafted this guy in the 6th round. Are you kidding me? Well, Tom Brady is Tom Brady who he is today. You know what I'm saying? So you really can't talk until we see the product on the field. But right now, the Saints product on the field does not look good. So we should be able to come in to town. We should be able to defend our dirt absolutely strong. I mean, the way the Panthers did the freaking Atlanta Falcons, I would assume that the Bills should be able to handle the business with the Saints and really skunk these boys. I'm just saying, boys. Am I wrong? All right. Well, listen, that's my time. I appreciate you guys. Let me get my music queued up and let me get out of here. I got a compliment on. Excuse me. I just cleared my throat right in the mic. I apologize for that. My man Sam says, "Yo, I just came in. So is Hairston out for the season?" No, he is not out for the season. There's no designation for him to be out for the season. McDermott was just playing this game. In the words of Walter, he was bending but not breaking, right? He was bending a little bit, but he didn't want to break the truth and say this is what it is. So at the end of the day, what it comes down to is this. They say that he's got the brace, he's doing some work, he's on the field right now, and they got 21 days to figure out what they're going to do with this guy and activate him. Will he be activated? I'm sure he will. Would he miss the season? I doubt it. I highly doubt it. And if he does miss the season, what the hell happened? It's not going to happen. I don't think it's going to be the case. All right. My man is on Spencer. Spencer's behind, right? Spencer Rather's 5'11", 200 pounds. Is he 5'11"? I mean, let's not hate on 5'11" guys, man. Let's not hate on guys that are 5'11", because Drew Brees, 5'11", maybe 6 feet, maybe. Russell Wilson, 5'11", maybe 6 feet. Baker Mayfield. Is Baker Mayfield like 6 feet? Is he even 6 feet? I mean, those are guys right now. I mean, look at Bryce Young. Bryce Young, 5'10". Kyler Murray, 5'2"? You know what I'm saying? So, like, I mean, I wouldn't really too worry about the size. Can you throw that thing around the yard? And if you can't throw it around the yard, then I don't want to hear it. Ain't no way Baker's 6'2". Hell no, is he? Nah, it can't be. Let me verify. Baker's not 6'2". No way. No. That can't be. I don't believe that. We're gonna find out right now. How tall is Baker Mayfield? Baker Mayfield, 6'1". I mean, shoot. I guess he could list himself at 6'2". I really thought he was 5'11". He doesn't look like super tall to me, but I mean, he ain't short either, so I guess. But yeah, I guess he ain't 6'2". He's 6'1". And I think they're reaching. I think he's more like 6 feet. That's my thing. I don't know. We'll see. All right, folks, let me get out of here. I appreciate you guys' time. I appreciate you guys always showing love. Before you get out of here, hit that like. Let's get this stream to 200 even likes. 200 likes. Let's get that to it, and we'll go. You guys have yourself a fantastic night, and we'll catch you guys on the flip. Until next time, it's your boy Rico. It's the Thiology on Wednesdays with my guy ThighDoctor. We'll catch you guys on the flip. Y'all have a great one. Peace.
Will you show us a little bit of what you can do?
Yes, of course.